Das ist Frank Turner.
Hey, this is Brian Down.
Hello, Adam Green.
Hi. Thanks for having me on the show.
Hello,
Hi.
Welcome back again. Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yes, Kommentars live at Glastonbury. Yeah. Big up.
Und ihr hört the Common Talk Podcast.
And you're listening to the Common Talks podcast.
Welcome to the Common Talks podcast, episode 21. And I'm here at the Huxleys in Berlin with Jim and Tom from Jimmy Eat World. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to have you on the show.
Thanks a lot for having us.
Thank you.
The last time I saw you was last year at a much smaller venue here in Berlin.
Yes.
Are you still nervous before the small or the huge shows?
I think it's when a show is small, it's definitely more a nervous feeling.
Mm.
Like when a show is very big, like a festival, and there's like thousands of people, you're sort of playing to like one giant entity.
Yeah.
It's like you're not really playing to any like singular person. You're just kind of playing to the universe.
But it's kind of scared. You get kind of scared when you think about if they're going to be broadcasting it on TV or you know what I mean.
So
like
you don't
a lot
have to
of
think
people.
about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you just try not to think about that. And
Yeah.
I usually get a little nervous, but
Okay.
It's sort of weird. Like I get into a state when we're like on a big stage where I just start thinking like, this is really no different than playing in like a room like this. When you're just playing. But it's funny that your mind will mess with you, and like start thinking about those things. Like,
Yeah.
true.
Have you any personal relations or memories to Germany or even to Berlin?
Germany is one of the first countries we played outside of the United States. I remember in '95 we were getting our records from the label and shipping them over here to Green Hell in Cologne, and we're selling and Underground Records, I think. Underdog Records.
I think
Hoffy's place. We were selling our record. We were basically our own international distribution, selling it to indie places over here. And when we showed up to do our first gig, there was like 500 people that were curious about this band. It was really an amazing experience.
Yeah, we weren't expecting that.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know any German bands or listen to any German music?
We're on tour with a band called Raz. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they have your support.
Yeah. Who was that? Who was the band? Girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
they're
Really
Girl.
good.
Yeah,
I like them.
They
they're
were
really,
your
really
support
cool.
at the small show last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to take them out.
Our
do
friend-
some stuff in the States too.
One of our friends showed us them, and we're like, "Oh, cool! We gotta play with them." What German
Then
bands
there's
do you
like
listen
craft
to?
work and there's all sorts of. I mean, there's like
Rammstein. You played Hurricane and Southside Festival last weekend. How was it? Did you manage to see other bands at this festival? And
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
so,
I mean, you're constantly going around and seeing. Like I've never seen Lord play, and I watched her set. I watched Blink-182 at Hurricane.
Royal Blood.
Royal Blood. Yeah, you're always editors. You're just kind of, you're always like checking out things.
So you have the time to see other bands.
Yeah, I mean, we play for like an hour out of the day, and then you're done, and then.
But then you
But
have to drive
but we don't leave until late, so
Yeah,
we're just
okay.
at the festival all day.
Yeah, usually the buses can't get out until like 2, 3 in the morning. So yeah, we're usually there like all night, which is cool.
What music are you listening these days for instance, on the tour bus?
Uh,
Is there any music on the tour bus?
There's no music on the tour bus.
Okay.
We don't really listen to music. Not big fans.
Okay. You influence a lot of people and bands with your music. Are you also, or do you feel also influenced by any current musician or band?
I don't know. It's tough to say.
There's so many good bands.
I know.
Like Spoon's always good. Royal Blood, they're really good. There's a lot.
Okay.
It's funny when you when we get asked that questions, our mind just draws a blank at like almost every time.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You exist as a band since more than 20 years now. Is it still a bunch of friends or more like a business company thing? Are you hanging out with each other in your time off?
Yeah, we'll hang out. We'll do stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's more friends than a business thing. I mean, we try to keep in mind that it is sort of a business thing too, but that's not like, I don't think that's ever the primary motivator for making a decision.
Okay. Yeah, since you are coming all the way from America, we need to talk about your current government.
Oh, awesome.
How much is it different now to be an American and to live in the US than it was before? Does it differ?
Such a bummer. It's so like just draining. Like every day, just reading the news and being bummed out at what's going on. It's pretty ridiculous.
Do you think that music can still influence people, or even politics?
I hope so. I hope so. It's kind of.
I think it still can.
I think it still can. Although, I don't know. At some point, sometimes I get really pessimistic though.
Okay. Let's leave the politics. You have a huge back catalog of records. It must be hard to pick some for the set lists. How do you do that? Do you do this together, and are you taking requests from the internet or?
Yes, sometimes. I mean, we kind of know how we want to start the show, and we kind of know how we want to end the show, and the rest of it we just sort of fill in with, trying to play different songs from different records, and try to play something from all the records at least a little bit. Like it's.
So you have a different set list each night.
It changes a little bit, yeah.
Especially if we're playing a city that's really close, we'll switch up a few songs.
And also the kind of show that we're playing. Like sometimes, like what do we play at a festival versus what we play at our own headlining show is a little bit different because it's like these are all hardcore fans. So we might play more stuff from like the middle of an album
and
at our own show. At festivals,
like
we'll play like. Yeah, maybe a couple of those songs, but mostly we try to play stuff that everyone's gonna know.
You are also doing some solo stuff, or you did. How do you know if a song is a Jimmy Eat World song, or rather a song without the band?
They're all just songs.
Okay.
Nothing starts off like with any kind of purpose or direction or thought of where it's going to end up.
Okay. What about the other band members? Any other side projects? One of you is doing gin, I heard in an interview.
Yeah, our bass player is has a distillery.
Yeah.
In Arizona. It's not really a musical side project.
No,
it's definitely,
but
it's definitely a side project.
The new album Integrity Blues is out since the end of last year. Are you satisfied with how the songs are received by the audience?
Yeah, definitely. I think this album, more than any other album so far, like the new songs seem like people, respond to them when we're playing them. It's cool. It's really good. I'm you know, it's the best you can hope for, really. You know.
The album was praised by a lot of critics. Some even say it's the best Jimmy Eat World album since Bleed American, and so you must be very proud of that. But do you agree with that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of our best albums, easily.
Okay. Are there any cities and festivals you haven't played yet and really want to?
I'd love to play Airwaves in Iceland.
Oh.
That'd be great. Or
Helsinki.
yeah, there's still a lot of places that we haven't been,
Okay.
like Eastern Europe. I don't know how, but it'd be rad to go to India to play. There's got to be some festival happening somewhere.
Yeah, maybe hit up some more places in South America. 'Cause, yeah, we just went there for the first time like 5 months ago, and it was really
Yeah, you
good
played
time.
the Lollapalooza?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we played Lollapalooza, Brazil, Chile,
Argentina.
yeah, Santiago.
It's awesome.
Yeah, as we are a small podcast, we like to know if you're listening to some podcasts or if you have any recommendations for us.
He doesn't put out. I've been listening to Dan Carlin's Hardcore History, which is about American. Well, it's not American history, but it's like really detailed, like history. But it's in English. But it's like each podcast is like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And some are like a 6-part series on like one thing, where each is like at least 4 hours long. So it's some weighty stuff.
But it's great on tour, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's
Sitting in a bus
engaging. It's really engaging, you know.
Oh.
Like he did one about the Anabaptist at Munster, and like that whole craziness that went down around like, you know, the like the cages on the dome there, and like what they were for, like, and how they ended up there is like crazy. Insane, but it's really engaging. I like I've been listening to lately. Revisionist History with Malcolm Gladwell.
So mostly history things.
No, this is like more like social.
Okay.
Social, economic kind of weird things. This American Life is really good.
Yeah, it is. I know that.
Yeah. Radiolab, you know, the big ones.
Oh.
WTF.
Okay, so that was it from my side.
Awesome.
Looking forward to seeing you later.
Thanks.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.